Hey everyone, welcome back. I want to tell you about the notebook I kept hidden in my nightstand drawer, filled with pages of reasons why I was justified in hating someone. Dates, details, direct quotes, everything they'd done to hurt me, carefully documented like evidence for a trial that would never happen. I'd add to it whenever I couldn't sleep, which was often. This is about the prison of unforgiveness, and how one verse became the key that unlocked chains I didn't even realize I was wearing. Her name was Jennifer. We'd been best friends since college, roommates, bridesmaids in each other's weddings, godmother to my oldest daughter. She was family, the sister I never had. I trusted her with everything, my secrets, my struggles, my life. And then she betrayed me in the worst possible way. I can't get into all the details, but she lied about me to mutual friends, spread rumors that cost me relationships, damaged my reputation, nearly destroyed my marriage. And she did it deliberately, knowing exactly what it would do. When I confronted her, she didn't apologize. She justified it, blamed me, made herself the victim. That's when something inside me broke. I cut her out completely, blocked her number, unfriended her on everything, told our mutual friends they had to choose. Her or me. Good riddance, I told myself. She doesn't deserve my friendship. But cutting her out didn't end it, because every day I thought about her. Every day I replayed what she'd done. Every day the anger burned hotter. People would tell me, you need to let it go. You need to forgive her. And I'd think, are you kidding? Do you have any idea what she did? Forgiving her would be saying what she did was okay. So I held on to it, fed it, let it grow. I'd lie awake at night imagining scenarios where she'd finally face consequences. The bitterness became part of my identity. When people asked about her, I'd launch into the story. Every time the wound felt fresh. My husband would say, you're letting her live rent-free in your head. But I didn't care. She'd hurt me, and I had a right to be angry. 3 years after the betrayal, I got a message from a mutual friend. Jennifer had cancer, stage 3. My first thought, and I'm ashamed to admit this, good, she deserves it. My second thought, what kind of person thinks that? What have I become? I didn't reach out, told myself it wasn't my problem, but I couldn't stop thinking about it, about her dying, about the last words we'd spoken in anger. My daughter asked about her one night. Why don't we see Aunt Jennifer anymore? I just said, we grew apart, sweetie. But you loved her, my daughter said. You told me she was like your sister. People change, I said curtly, ending the conversation. That night, I pulled out the notebook, read through 3 years of documented anger. And for the first time, I saw it for what it was. Not a record of her sins, but evidence of my own. Evidence that I'd been carrying this poison for 3 years, that I'd become someone who could hear that a person was dying and feel satisfaction instead of compassion. That Sunday, I went to church for the first time in months. The pastor was preaching through Matthew 18. He read verses 21-22. Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times? Jesus answered, I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. The pastor paused. Peter thinks he's being generous. 7 times? That's a lot of forgiveness. But Jesus essentially says, stop counting. Forgive until you lose count. The pastor continued, Jesus isn't saying what they did was okay. He's saying that unforgiveness will destroy you faster than whatever they did to you. Unforgiveness is drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. After the service, I showed him the notebook through tears. I can't forgive her, I said. What she did was too big. Has refusing to forgive her changed anything? He said gently. Has it undone what she did? I shook my head. All it's done is ensure that you keep reliving the pain. She hurt you once 3 years ago. You've been hurting yourself every day since. But if I forgive her, she wins, I protested. No, he said. If you forgive her, you win. You get your life back. You get freedom. He explained, forgiveness isn't about them. It's about you. It's releasing them from the debt so you can stop being the collection agency. Forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation. You can forgive someone and still have boundaries. Forgiveness is about releasing the bitterness so it stops poisoning your life. I went home and did something I never thought I'd do. I burned the notebook. Every page. Every carefully documented wound. As I watched it burn, I said out loud, I forgive you, Jennifer. Not because you deserve it, not because what you did was okay, but because I can't carry this anymore.
I said it 77 times, literally, because I needed to feel what Jesus was teaching, that forgiveness is a choice you make over and over until it finally sticks. At first, it felt like lying. I didn't feel forgiving, but I kept saying it, day after day. I forgive you. And slowly something shifted. The obsessive thoughts became less frequent. The anger lost its intensity. I started sleeping through the night again. 6 months later, I heard that Jennifer had gone into remission, and my first thought wasn't resentment. It was genuine relief. That's when I knew something had changed in me. My husband noticed. "You seem lighter," he said. "I am," I said. I finally let her go. "Did she apologize?" he asked. "No," I said. "And she probably never will. But I don't need her to anymore. I forgave her for me, not for her." If you're holding on to unforgiveness right now, know this. Matthew 18:21-22 is true. Jesus says to forgive 77 times, which means stop counting, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve freedom. Forgiveness doesn't mean what they did was okay. It doesn't mean there aren't consequences or boundaries. It means you're releasing the bitterness so it stops destroying you. The person who hurt you might never apologize, but you can still be free. If this spoke to you, share it. Drop a comment. What helped you finally forgive? Freedom is on the other side of forgiveness.
Thanks for watching. Here are today's reflection questions. Is there someone you've been keeping a mental notebook on, replaying their wrongs over and over? What would it feel like to finally close that book? What's one grudge you've been holding that's actually imprisoning you more than the person who hurt you? Drop your thoughts about the story in the comments below. Your experience might encourage someone else facing the same choice. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more real talk about faith, healing, and freedom.